Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I've placed an order for Papa John's. They have a new item and a couple items that may not be new, but I've never tried them, so they're new to me. And one that I may have tried, but it's named something different, so maybe it's different. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I've already ordered it online, so I'm going to go through. There's a drive-through right. I don't know where my camera is. There's a drive-through right there. I'm going to go through there and pick it up, and I'll be back. Okay, the Papa tracker or whatever says it's done, so let me go pick them up. Make sure I don't get hit. That's the biggest thing. I've got to pick up for Kevin Dunn.
Okay, it's still in the oven, so give me about like 2 minutes.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright, here's the first two.
Oh, the salt. Yeah, I see them. Did one of those come with the garlic butter?
I think they all came with
The pizza and the ranch.
I can get you if you want it.
I just want one, if you don't mind.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
She was very nice. Unlike sometimes. There's another pizza restaurant. I've been through the drive-thru, and the person acts like they don't know what year they're living in. But anyway, we won't talk about it. Okay, I hate pulling out here because there's a bush here on my right, and it really blocks your vision of the cars coming. So you just kind of gotta go for it, and hopefully you don't hit anyone. That's what you have to do. So I'm gonna pull in right here. And probably around other people, but anyway, that's okay. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this a little different because I can't fit all three or four of these. I can't fit 2 or 3 of these on my little tray at a time. So this one is the chicken Parmesan Bites, and you can see they're it's like a little roll. Like it's one whole. I actually split this up and made it look like this, but it's one like big. It almost looks like a stromboli or something, and then they cut it like this. So this is what it looks like inside. So this is the Parmesan chicken one, and it does come with a pizza sauce, and I did ask for a garlic sauce just in case I want to dip something in garlic sauce. But anyway, this is the chicken Parmesan bites, and I'll be right back to show you the next one. Okay, so this is the Calzone bites. These are the new ones for sure. I've definitely never had these. See, they look like they have some peppers and pepperoni and looks like sausage, and I think they have I don't know, I'll give you a description here in just a little bit, but they look pretty full. And then again, you get pizza sauce with those. So yeah, I'll show you the next one. And this one is the Jalapeno Bites, and it has jalapenos, and you get ranch dipping sauce with these. So they look really good. And last, but certainly not least, is these are the Oreo cookie bars, or cookie bites. No, Oreo cookie Papa Bites, that's it. And they come with a really good glaze, and they're full of like a Oreo cookie inside of them too. And then you get a cup of dipping sauce. So yeah, you get quite a few of those. So they're all made the same way. They're all made in that same like a roll, and then they're filled with stuff, and then they're baked, and then they're sliced. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the chicken Parmesan Bites. That's gonna be the first one I'm gonna try. I'm going to give you the description for all of them right now and the cost. So the Calzone, that's not the first one we're going to try. The chicken Parmesan Papa Bites, it is 8 savory bites. They're all 8 bites. And with flavorful chicken and Parmesan cheese wrapped in the original fresh dough, baked fresh and served with an original pizza dipping sauce on the side. The chicken Parmesan Bites were $5.49. The Calzone Papa Bites, they are, indulge in our Calzone Papa Bites, packed with a blend of mozzarella and garlic herb ricotta, pepperoni, Italian sausage, and green peppers inside their fresh original dough, and served with the original pizza sauce. So you get even more calzone flavor. So that's their Calzone Bites. The Jalapeno Papa Bites, this is the one I may have had something similar before, but these don't look the same. I had jalapeno poppers from Papa John's. I didn't even see those on their menu, so they've changed over to these. The Papa Bites are, you get bites of flavorful jalapeños, creamy alfredo sauce, and their signature cheese wrapped in our original fresh dough. That's there, and it's served with a ranch dipping sauce. And the Oreo cookie Papa Bites are 8 sweet bites of Oreo cookie wrapped in our original fresh dough and drizzled in icing. It wasn't drizzled, it was like laying in it. It was, I like it, it was cool. Baked fresh and served with a cream cheese icing dipping sauce on the side. Yeah, it's like they put it on the bottom and just laid it right on top of it, and it's all melty all over it, so it looked really, really good. So I'm gonna try the chicken Parmesan first. Oh, the prices, I didn't tell you the prices. All of them were $5.49. The Calzone Papa Bites, I guess they're on sale right now. They were $4.99, so you save 50 cents. So my total before tax tip or anything like that was $21.96. So I don't think that's bad for, I mean, I got quite a few bites, and honestly, I doubt I could eat all these. Well, I probably could, but I'd be sick by the time I got done with them. So I do have a fork. I have a stack of napkins here to make sure I'm not going to make a complete mess. I would recommend you get a fork and kind of separate them because they're a little bit messy. This one's really kind of wet on the bottom. Well packed though. I love the Parmesan. They put like a Parmesan sprinkle, like a seasoning on top of the bread. I really like that. And the chicken is very tender, and the sauce is really good. You get the good cheese flavor. The sauce, it doesn't taste like the traditional sauce, I'm sure it is, but it tastes like a chicken Parmesan. I mean, that's exactly the flavor they're going for. Yeah, that is the regular pizza sauce. I got a little bit more of it in that bite. I like that quite a bit. My only complaint is this is kind of oily, so they've brushed it, the top of it, with like a garlic Parmesan like topping, and a lot of that garlic butter is ran down to the bottom, and so it's sitting in it. So I haven't been here long to where you can see how greasy it is. Look how greasy it's shiny. I haven't had these very long, but I could see if you drove home and got them, or if you got them delivered, that would even be worse. They may be a little soggy on the bottom, but they're, like I said, they're very, very well stuffed. That's the end. And that cheese is going all the way to the end of that roll. I like that, but they are messy. It's good. I could eat that with just the cheese and the sauce with all that garlic on top. That would be really good. The chicken just adds a really nice, you get the texture of the chicken in there, and you get a little bit of that flavor of chicken. It's really nice, and they really, like I said, they really did a good job of stuffing them. They were very full. Let me get one more small one. But you are gonna get, it is a little greasy, so just know you're not gonna come out of it clean. I love that chicken. Those are excellent. There's absolutely not one thing I could say negative about that, except for it may get a little soggy if you let it sit for a while, but beyond that, it's really good. And I'm glad they gave me all the garlic, because I really like garlic and garlic butter and garlic flavoring anyway with pizza or anything Italian. I really like that strong garlic, so I like it. Okay, so these are the calzone, and they're gonna have the cheese, mozzarella and garlic herb, ricotta, pepperoni, and Italian sausage and green peppers. So these look really good, and you really smell the green peppers in there. These they cut a little bit bigger. I mean, they are cutting them by hand, so you know each one of them's gonna be a little different. I'm just pull it apart. This one you can really see. Hold on, let me see if I can get this apart. I didn't need the dipping sauce, by the way, for that first one. The chicken Parmesan had plenty of dipping sauce on it. You can see where there's the seam right there where I'm pulling it apart, and you can kind of see where they're folded over right there on the side. So you can see they're just wrapped in a roll. You tell you what, you got tons of flavor from that sausage and pepperoni. I mean, like seasonings and spices. And I absolutely love that green pepper in there. It adds this burst of like freshness to it, like a fresh vegetable would. That pepper is a really good, strong flavor. So I taste mostly the cheese and the green pepper, but then I get these spices coming in that I can actually, like a little tingle of spices. That's really nice. You can see how well they're stuffed. There's on that side I have pepperoni. You can see sausage too, and the pepper, and you see the cheese in there too. That's really good. I don't really taste the like necessarily ricotta cheese or anything like that. Ooh, lost a piece of sausage. I don't really get that ricotta cheese like texture, like a creamy cheese flavor texture, but I'm sure it's in there. I mean, you can see how much cheese is in there. That was the whole slice. Yeah, I love the spices and the seasonings in there. Either the pepperoni's hot or the sausage is hot. One of those two things is kind of spicy, like burn your throat just a little bit. I enjoy it. I like the spices in there. I like the level of heat. Some people may think it's too hot. I like it. I do think it's really good. And it's not like absolutely burn you up kind of hot, but it is spicy. And again, I like the texture. That bite, when I ate just the whole thing, just like a pig, I really got that creaminess from the ricotta cheese. The ricotta cheese is very, very creamy. And yeah, it was really good. And the top has also been brushed on this one with that garlic herb sauce, I guess. So you can get that buttery garlic kind of drippings all at the bottom. So it does sit in that, just to make you aware of it. So it may be soggy, but I think it adds so much flavor to it. You can't, I mean, who wants to miss out on all that seasoning? It's on my thumb. Not this guy. That's good. I like that one as well. I think I like the calzone one better than I did the chicken parmesan, because I really like the spices and the seasonings in the pepperoni and the sausage, and I love that green pepper in there. So the flavor is just more, the flavor more pops with the calzone. There's more to taste with the calzone, whereas the chicken parmesan is pretty much just cheese and pizza sauce with a little bit of chicken here and there. It's still excellent, but it's not quite as flavorful. I feel like I'm just making a mess here. All right, now the one I'm a little scared of, this is the jalapeno one, and you can see all the green jalapenos. Now the first two I didn't dip in the sauce because I didn't really need to. It's just pizza sauce on top of stuff that already had plenty of pizza sauce in it, so I didn't need to. These have a ranch sauce, so I'm gonna try it without the ranch first. Hold on, I'll fold this. I'm gonna try it without the ranch, but I am gonna open the ranch sauce and have it ready so I can dip it into it, because I like ranch anyway. And if they're really hot, then that might be nice to dip it in some ranch to get a little cooling effect. Okay, so this one, it's not drenched in the butter like the other ones are, so I can actually pick this one up and just spread it apart. The first two are really covered in whatever seasonings that they used. There's what you get. It looks like it's a really creamy. Well, no, it's a mozzarella cheese. It looks creamy, but it's really not. It's well, it's a little bit creamier on this side. Anyway, I'm gonna go for it. You immediately get the jalapeno, and then that heat kicks in. Ooh, hot. This is kind of like the cheese jalapeno poppers you buy in the store. These aren't breaded, of course, but they're the jalapeno stuffed with cheese. That's kind of the flavor you get. Very strong pickled jalapeno flavor. You get that little pickled vinegary kind of flavor, and really strong green jalapeno. Make your eyes water. It's so spicy. I'm gonna try this in the ranch. Ooh. I like the ranch. The ranch helps kind of like tamp down a little bit of that heat. It doesn't get rid of it by any means because it's still very, very hot. So these are supposed to be an Alfredo sauce. Okay, so that's what that a little bit of a runnier texture is. I'm gonna tell you what, they packed it with jalapenos. Look how many jalapenos you get in that bite. That's a lot of jalapenos in there. I don't know if I want to eat too much more of this because it is very, very hot. I think if you really like hot food, there's the ranch. I think you'd really like these if you like jalapeno poppers. And I like the creamy texture of that Alfredo sauce. I do think those are really good. They're too hot for me personally, but I do like the flavor of them. They're, like I said, they're very strong. That pickled jalapeno flavor, but that's borderline on making my eyes water. That's how hot it is. Ooh. And I'm sure some people are going, "You big weenie, those aren't hot." You know, they're hot to me. Ooh. Made me breathe fire. Yeah, you drink. Yeah, definitely. Jalapenos have always been hot to me. Now, if Tammy could eat those, and jalapenos don't affect her as much as it does me, she wouldn't probably think that was too bad. For me, they burn me up. Better. Gotta get your root beer. Ooh, spicy. So I didn't need actually the garlic. I was worried that some of those, like they wouldn't have enough of that garlic flavoring on there, but the first two I had tons of garlic on them, so I didn't need to worry about it. So I didn't need to get a garlic dipping sauce at all, but who would have known? All right, so like I said, they're like laying in a dipping sauce, I mean a glaze on their own, but then they give you this cup. So I'm gonna open it, but I don't know that I'll need it. But I'm gonna open it up anyway. I'll have it just in case I want to. These look like they'd be a little messy, so I've got a fork here to kind of help split them up. They almost look like a cinnamon roll, but they're flat. Yeah, and you can see the glaze on the bottom right there. They do have a drizzle of glaze as well. Not bad. My mouth is still on fire from the jalapenos, honestly. But I love the sweetness of that. I'm going to dip it in the sauce. I like the flavor. They're a little like chewy. Like the bread is a little, not tough really. It's just chew. But you get this glaze like all over you. Just prepare to be messy. That's all I gotta say. I do like them. I like that they're warm. I like the flavor of the glaze is really, really good. The cream cheese. Yeah, cream cheese icing. The cream cheese, I had to read through the description. The cream cheese icing is really good, very, very sweet, and it's slightly warm on its own, so it adds a little bit more warmth to it. I'm gonna be honest though, 90% of what you're tasting, even when I don't get the dipping sauce, 90% of what I'm tasting is the glaze. Let me try some in the middle because it seems like there has more cookie in the middle. I'm getting mostly glaze and a mess. Glaze and the bread, and I'm not getting a lot of the chocolate like the Oreo part. And this is thick. A little bit more there. So in the center part where it's a little thicker, you do taste that chocolate cookie kind of flavor. But on the ends where it's not quite as thick, you don't get as much of that flavor. These are good though. Buy these for a dessert for your family after the pizza. I don't think anybody will dislike these because they're very, very good. even though the chocolate is kind of a lesser flavor, their pleasurable texture, they're kind of chewy and a little, they're almost wet inside where the steam and stuff like that, where the cookies have been. But it's not like they're soggy bread. It's just like it's a wetter, it's like a cinnamon roll. So if you have a cinnamon roll, like a Cinnabon cinnamon roll, inside the cinnamon roll, in the roll itself where all the cinnamon and the sugar and all that stuff is, it's a little bit wetter, and then you get this tougher like outside layer that's a little chewier. This will remind you a lot of that texture. So yeah, so it's not a bad texture, it's just it's like a cinnamon roll. I'm sorry, I've eaten a lot and drank root beer too. I like these. I think they're sweet enough. The glaze alone is super sweet, and I'm going to clean my hands up when I get done with this, but it's going to get all over you. Just get a fork if you have one, and even with a fork, unless you're eating it literally with a fork, you're going to make a mess. I think all of these are really, really good. I think every one of these are definitely worth buying. I think they're worth the $5.50. My favorite one out of the bunch is the Calzone Bite, which is the new one. I can't remember if it's limited time or new. So they may not be around for very long, but I really like the flavor. It's not necessarily because it has the ricotta cheese in it. That's not what makes it good. What makes it good is just that it has the pizza sauce, but it also has the, not the pizza sauce. It's because it has the pepperoni and the sausage and the green peppers. That's what makes that really, really good. There's tons and tons of flavor there. So that's my favorite. I wouldn't get the jalapenos just because they're too hot for me. Absolutely nothing wrong with them except that I'm a weenie and can't handle that much heat. And the chicken parmesan were really good. They do remind you of eating a chicken parmesan. So if you like chicken parmesan, I think you'll really like them. They're very, very good. Tons of cheese. They're well stuffed. And the Oreo one, I like it as well. I would eat this anytime, anytime at all. So I think all of them are, honestly, I'm gonna give all of them a 5 out of 5. I really do like the flavors and the textures and everything. Just know if they sit for a while, they are going to get a little soggy on the bottom, but I don't mind that. It's like you've somebody's car alarm's going off. It's like they've just set it in the garlic butter, so they'll be a little wetter, but they'll be soaked in garlic, so that'll be a good thing. So and the Parmesan, not the Parmesan, the jalapeno ones, and of course the Oreo ones, they don't have that garlic sauce, of course, but the chicken parmesan and the calzone both had that garlicky sauce. That was really, really good. So yeah, definitely worth trying out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.